Hi, Verbling. My name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're talking about geography. We'll be going over vocabulary for geography, discussing places we live, and talking about directions, as well as looking at a map of the US. To get started, I will screen share the notes, which you can also find on the class page. And if you guys are interested in private classes, message me on my Verbling inbox. Anna Carolina, welcome to class.
Hello, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I am a bit tired. I just got home now. I was working. Really?
Long day?
From 8 to 5:30 p.m. Now
That's a
it's
long
6.
day.
Yes, all day long. I didn't have lunch in my home.
You had lunch at work though? You ate, right?
Yes, I ate out in a restaurant nearby.
So why was today so long and difficult?
Because it's a campaign against the oral cancer, and I was working in the hospital.
Ah, got it. Sounds stressful.
No, I like my job.
Good.
I'm just tired.
Understandable.
Yes, but I am ready to your class.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. And Mario, welcome to class. Mario, are you there? You might have to reload if your audio didn't load up properly. That's been the case for many. Mic troubles.
Hello, can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Awesome. So how was your day?
Good.
What
Good
did you
day.
do today?
I'm a salesman, and now I'm at the hotel and in Bologna,
Oh, cool.
Italy, and nothing. I want to do a classroom, a lesson,
A lesson?
and yes, that's right. And nothing. I'm good.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to you telling me more about Italy today. I plan on visiting Bologna for a few days in my coming trip. In December, I'm going to be in Italy for a little more than a month, and I'm starting in Catania and then moving up to Torino. And I think I'm going to have maybe a week or so to spend going to Bologna and a place called Sassuolo.
Sassuolo, yeah, it's near Bologna. But you already know Sassuolo for something or?
My sister has a friend who lives there,
Okay.
and so she was
Okay.
like, you should go visit. And I said, why not? I'm in Italy. Why not? So I'm thinking once I'm all the way up near Torino, I'll probably go visit Bologna, and on the way back or on the way there, I'll spend a few days with her friend.
Yeah, nice. It's nice to say with the friends, but Sassuolo is not one of the major city of of Italy. But if they are the first time for you in Italy, it's
I
nice,
spent
yeah.
the year in Italy in 2011, I think. So it's not my first
Okay.
time in Italy, but every time in Italy is an amazing time in Italy. So I'm planning on having a really good time.
Yeah, if you enjoy Italy with the right friends, it's very good. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking to make some friends while I'm there, as well as visit some old friends. I have a few old friends in Torino, which is where I was living, and then I'm planning to make friends everywhere else. So
Yeah. Okay.
wish me
we,
luck.
we We can meet in Bologna if you want.
Is that where you usually are?
No, I'm not from Bologna. Where is my headquarters? It's in Bologna, but I come from Middle Italy, near Rome.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
So
nice.
how often are you in Bologna? Very frequently?
Yeah, about 1 or 2 times in a week. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every week, yeah.
All right, yeah, definitely. Send me a message on Verbling, and if our dates work out, we can meet up.
Yeah, sure.
Very cool. And today, since we're talking about geography, you'll get to tell me a little bit more about these places. But let's go over this first. Do you guys know what a compass is? A compass?
Yeah, I already know the compass.
What is it?
Let's try to explain in English, yeah. It's like something to see the north, the south, east, and west.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, and like Anna Carolina put in the Google chat box, it has a needle, so it'll show you which way is north, and then from that you can decide which direction you're actually going.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I've got a compass here, and we're going to take a quick turn around the compass and say all of the directions labeled on this compass. And they're abbreviated, so you guys will have to just kind of guess, or you probably will already know. But the normal ones, like you said, are north, east, south, west. And then we have the ones in between. So the ones that are directly between north and east. Anna Carolina, will you say these ones? Just this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Okay. Northeast,
Mm-hmm.
southeast, southwest, and northwest.
Yeah. And Mario, will you do the littler ones that are between the northeast and north, these tinier ones?
I don't know if right, but I think it's northeast.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And east, northeast.
Mm-hmm.
East, southeast. Southeast. Southwest. West, southwest. West, northwest.
And one more.
Northwest.
Excellent.
Okay, I missed one.
All right. So we have a little map here of the United States, and I'm going to call out a state, and you guys are going to tell me what part of the U.S. that it's in. And obviously you guys are going to use the actual directions, even though some of the actual cultural borders don't match up very well with the compass, but we'll talk a little bit about that after. So for now, we'll just play a little game where you guys find something on the map. I'm going to call out a state, and you guys tell me, either of you can tell me which direction it is or what area of the United States it's in. How about South Dakota? South Dakota.
South Dakota. Where is South Dakota?
Exactly. You're going to have to find it.
It's in the north of U.S.
Yeah, exactly. This one's sort of, it's kind of a trick one because it's called South Dakota, but it's in the north. It's just a little bit more south than North Dakota.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How about Washington, D.C.? Where is Washington, D.C.?
It's on the east coast of the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What about Washington, the state? Anna Carolina, do you know where Washington, the state is?
It's on the northwest.
Yeah, northwest. Exactly, directly northwest.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. How about where I am right now, Arizona? Where's that? Nobody?
In southwest?
Yeah, Southwest.
Yeah.
Love the Southwest. Very excited about it. Okay. What about West Virginia? Where is West Virginia?
West Virginia is on the east.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Let's get creative. How about Connecticut? Where's Connecticut?
It's on the east northeast of America.
Yeah, east northeast. I like it. It's one of those tiny little ones. We got a little tiny states on the east and the east northeast. Okay. Now I'm going to test you guys a little bit more and see how good your knowledge is of the US. Where is Las Vegas? And I'm going to tell you it's not labeled on this map. You would have to know what state it's in. Where is Las Vegas? Does anyone know what state Las Vegas is in?
I think
Las
it's
Vegas.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. So where is it then?
Nevada is above California, orange state on this map.
All right. What about Chicago? Where in the US is Chicago?
Illinois.
So where is it directionally?
Under the Lake Michigan. The
Yeah.
purple.
So it's like, I would call that northeast maybe. How about, let's see, Dallas? Where's Dallas? Ana Carolina, do you know where Dallas is?
In Texas.
So where is it in the US directionally?
I guess Texas is in the really is it on the map? No,
I'm sorry, what? You said the north?
in the map.
Oh, well, Texas is on the map. Dallas is not on the map, but Texas
Okay,
is.
south, in the south.
All right. Mario, do you know where New Orleans is?
I think it's Louisiana. Okay, in the southeast of the U.S.
Yeah, excellent. And yeah, Ana Carolina, your sound is okay. I haven't heard you talk a lot, but as every time I've heard you talk, it sounded clear. So hopefully you're no problems there. You guys are pretty good. You guys are pretty good with geography. So I've just got one more test for you guys. Where is Alaska?
Alaska. Oh,
Go ahead.
Anybody, go ahead.
okay, it's your turn.
Sorry. Thank you. Alaska is kind of above, close to Russia, and kind of not different section of this map.
Yeah, exactly. So it's removed. It's up. It doesn't actually even touch the continental United States. So when we say continental United States, we mean all of these centralish ones, and that excludes Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico and Guam and all those other places that are territories, but not actual continental U.S. states. What about Hawaii? Where is it?
Hawaii is at southwest of the U.S. A little bit far from the U.S.
Yeah, exactly. So this map makes it look like it's close, but it's actually quite far.
Yeah.
All right. Any other? Do you guys have any questions on this map or U.S. geography?
The US has a 4 different time zone, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's too complicated. So yeah, maybe don't ask. Kind of territory of the
Well,
time
there's
zone.
the East Coast time zone, which is 4 hours different from all the way on the West Coast. And I'm not exactly sure where the lines change.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure which states are which, but I know that Texas is in the next time zone. So we've got one time zone all the way on the East Coast. Then we've got a big chunk that's, I think it's called Mountain Time. And
Yes,
that's 3 hours later than all the way on the West Coast. We've got Pacific Time, which is all the way on the West Coast, like California. And then most of those middle states like Colorado and Nebraska have a separate time zone. But I'm a little fuzzy because Arizona actually does not. It's usually, it kind of has its own time zone. And I know that doesn't really make sense, but it's just because Arizona does not do the time change. So I only know about the states that I know people who live in. Like, I have some family in New York, so I know what time zone they're in. And my sister, who is in Illinois, I know that she is in the same time zone as a friend of mine in Texas. They're both 3 hours ahead of me right now. And my dad is in California. He's 1 hour behind. So,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, complex question.
Complicated. I always confuse this. One time, baseball started in 10 p.m. in Georgia, so I asked, "Wow, America, baseball started so early, so late." But he said, my roommate said, "Oh, it's because it's taking place in Los Angeles." I often forget that time difference in the
Ah,
same country. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It's crazy. Um, Mario, have you ever been to the US?
Yes, about two times. Yeah,
And where did you
two times.
go?
I'm going Pennsylvania and also New York, and I always go to the East Coast of the US because I have some relatives there, and
Ah, convenient.
yeah, very convenient.
Hopefully you go during the summer when the weather's nice.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat?
I said, hopefully you go during the summer when the weather's nice.
Yeah. Last time I went in September, and the weather it's nice, and I went to Washington D.C., New York, Philadelphia City, and some other place near Philadelphia. Because in Philadelphia there are many, many Italian people or relatives of Italian people. This is I don't know if I can say curiosity, but if you went to the cemetery, there is always all the people are Italian, and they are the old Italian people that moved from Italy to US in the past of 1018 around.
You mean the 1800s? Like,
Yeah. In the
wow.
past. Yeah.
Wow, so like a long time ago, even before the Second World War.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And Anna Catalina, you've never been to the US, right?
Wrong.
Oh, you've been here? Where have you been?
I've been 5 times so far.
Wow,
I've
cool.
been
Where did you go?
to Florida,
Excellent. Beautiful place.
Orlando, Miami, Kissimmee, Fort Lauderdale.
Nice. You've been all over. I've only ever passed through Florida. Did you go during the summer or the winter?
Both. No, I went to twice on July. It was very crowded, and I I didn't like it during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
and I've been uh, twice on between January and February, and it was much better because it wasn't that hot and it wasn't that cold, and there I didn't have to wait in line for a long time to wait online for a long time in the
Yeah,
park.
it's a pain to have to go somewhere where it's sweaty and crowded.
Yes, I've been twice in the summer, but I didn't like. I prefer going off season.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any comments or questions before we move on from this map?
No.
Let's go. All right, so we're going to go over a little bit of vocabulary here for actual where's, I think. Oh, well, our list looks like for some reason it's not saved properly, but we'll just name these pictures then. So we have several pictures and we're just going to call them what they are. So we're going to come up with the geographical term for what we're looking at. We'll start with A. Ken, do you think you could tell us what the picture is, what A is?
It seems like field or plain.
Yeah, field, definitely, which you could also call a plain if it was like really, really big. So a field is usually for sports or for food or for anything like that. And if it's like a natural field that lasts for, 100 miles or a really long time, then it's called a plain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. B, Ana Carolina, what are we looking at in B?
The ocean.
Uh-huh, the ocean. And specifically, what are we looking at? That little curl.
A wave.
Yeah, good for surfing. Mario, how about C?
I think it's woods.
Mm-hmm. You could call it woods or a term that starts with an F.
Woodland.
Yeah, could be woods, woodland, or forest. Any of those terms will work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ken, back to you for D, which is this picture over here.
It's a valley.
Yeah, totally. So
Okay.
this here could be a valley, right? What else do you
Yes.
see in the picture? Because it's like we've got a few things here.
Desert.
Yeah, desert, definitely. I think that's a picture from Utah, which has a bunch of really beautiful desert.
Mhm.
All right, E, Ana Carolina.
Too difficult. This picture. It's a beach.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you're very familiar with them being from Brazil. F, Mario?
F. I don't know. It's I can call a river.
Yeah, a river.
River. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. Simple enough. Some of these are really easy. Some of them are harder. G, Ken, will you do this one?
H, you mean? Oh, G.
Well,
Okay, G. Okay.
Yeah, don't pay attention to the letters.
Lake.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lake. Thanks. And Ana Catalina, again, you get all the same theme. What are we looking at here? And I'm going to give you a hint that it's not beach.
A coast.
Yeah, a coastline, exactly. All right. And Mario, what's the next one? We're looking for a specific part of the city that has a lot of business and high rises. What do we call that part of the city?
City center or business district of the. I don't know if it's of.
Yes, to both of them, but there's a more common term we use, and it starts with a D.
City center.
So city
No.
center is possible. It's just not the most common term that native speakers use. It definitely gets the point across when you say the city center, but that's kind of like one of those things it's a translation that gets the point across, but it's not what most people will say that it is. Any ideas? Anna Carolina helped us in the Google chat box. The most common term for this part of the city is called downtown. And it's the same as the city center. It's just a more common term for it.
Okay.
All right, Ken, what's the opposite of the city center? In the next picture, we've got basically the opposite. Can you think of a good term for the opposite of the city center?
Seems like rural.
Rural, definitely. Do any other terms come to mind for you guys?
Countryside.
Yeah, countryside. Exactly. So the countryside is usually a very rural place. Thanks. Ana Carolina, will you do K? What are we looking at in K?
A valley,
A valley between two what?
mountains,
Yeah, awesome. And Mario, the last one, what do you see in that picture?
A waterfall.
Uh-huh. And what is the waterfall coming off of? What is it called when you have a high rock or piece of land that cuts off kind of suddenly?
I don't remember the name.
Does anyone else know the name for this? Starts with this. Oh, you're so close. Okay, so a climb, you could call it a climb, but that's not really what it is. You would only call it a climb.
The fall.
Cliff?
The fall.
Yes. Okay. So Ken has the term I was specifically looking for, which is cliff. So it's a cliff when the earth cuts off like that immediately. And if you're looking down, you could call it a fall, like, oh, I wouldn't want to take that fall or something, because it does go down. And you could also call it a climb, like Ana Carolina said. If you're a climber and you're going climbing, you might call this a climb. But outside of the context of a sport or anything, just the general term for it is cliff.
The cliff. Yeah.
All right. And I don't know what happened to this document. It's all weird. Okay, so I have a short little thing written about Phoenix and talking a little bit about the geography of Phoenix, which is my hometown. So I live in Phoenix, the capital city of Arizona. We have a large downtown in Phoenix, but I live in a suburb of Phoenix. The city of Phoenix is a valley and is surrounded by mountains. So that's a little bit about the geography and landscape of Phoenix. And yeah, I live on the south side of Phoenix near a really big mountain that's actually great for hiking and walks and watching the sunset or the sunrise. We have actually, I think, some of the most beautiful sunsets because we have a really large sky. You have almost like 180 degrees visible. So the sunsets are beautiful from the mountain near my house. But I want you guys to tell me a little bit more about the city. You can either choose to write about the city where you're from, maybe the city you grew up in, or the city you live in now. If it's the same city, then of course you can write about that one. Give me at least 3 sentences and try to use 3 or 4 words from the vocabulary that we went over, or if you have other vocabulary, include that too, and then we can talk about the new vocabulary. And you guys are going to put these in the chat box when you're ready. So 3 to 4 sentences about the city of your choosing, using some of this vocabulary or new vocabulary you want to share with us if we haven't talked about exactly the words that you need.
I typed, but when I sent, the message disappeared.
Oh, I hate that. That used to happen to me when we first got the Verbling chat box. That happened sometimes, and that's really frustrating. You can, I don't think it'll help, but you can try to close out the Verbling chat box on the left, click the little X, and then reload it. I don't think it'll bring your message back, but it probably will help you not lose another message. Otherwise, you can just put it in the Google chat. You might have to retype it, though, unfortunately. Oh, man. Looks like we have Hangout problems or something.
Okay, I wrote.
Already?
Yes. You said I'm sure. Is it a proper kind of sentence?
Let's see.
Too
My
short?
city is in a coastal area. So my city is in a coastal area, and it has good access to.
It's a typo. Yeah.
Well, could be if you're really emphatic about how good
Okay.
it is. My city is in a coastal area, and it has good access to the countryside and urban areas. The airport is close to downtown. It takes 15 minutes by subway. Nice. So just a couple little mistakes. Close to the countryside, urban areas, and a coastal area. Other than that, it's perfect.
Okay, thank you.
So it seems like your location is just exactly right.
Yes, I think so.
Is that on purpose or by accident that you ended up in that area?
Yeah, because I was born and grew up here, so
Nice.
maybe
So
by
you
chance.
just lucked into it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and climate is it's not so harsh in the winter time. Very similar to Georgia, so I'm not so I don't feel any kind of happiness weather problem in Georgia because I have familiar with such kind of climate. Summer is muggy, and this place is also muggy, and winter is not so harsh. Yeah, same.
Yeah, coastal areas are always nice because they have relatively consistent temperatures, not too many extremes like extreme cold or extreme hot. Muggy and warm sometimes, but not bad. Cool. And Anna Carolina? Oh, great. I'm glad you're back. Was it a Google Hangout problem? Sorry, what?
Is my sound okay?
Yeah, your sound is okay, I think.
You cannot understand me today.
I think sometimes they were just like maybe it was just being quiet or something, or maybe it's my audio, I don't know. There were a couple things I misheard, but I think it sounds okay now.
Okay.
Because go ahead and read us your answer.
When I answer, you cannot understand some words. Maybe I am mispronouncing them. I live in Antunes, a small town by the ocean in the southeast of Brazil, more precisely in Rio de Janeiro state. It has 365 islands and some waterfalls, but my hometown is Rio de Janeiro. My country crosses the Atlantic Ocean.
Awesome. And what made you move from Rio to Angra dos Reis?
When I got my job,
Oh, your
I
job is closer to the city you live in now?
it's in Angra dos Reis.
Nice. So you had to relocate?
Yes, I wanted to. I like this town. It's very
Is it
beautiful.
is it very big or very far from Rio?
No, it's 2 hours from Rio. It's a town. It's not big. Um, it's a town where people from Rio spend holidays, vacations because of its islands, and it's beautiful. The water is crystal clear and
It sounds amazing.
yes, but it's a very small town. We just have two malls, and we don't have a very a, how can I say, a very excite, exciting nightlife here.
What's the population?
I don't know. I would have to Google.
All right. Ken, how about you? What's the population of the city you live in?
A little more than 1 million.
Oh, good. It's a good size then.
And another big cities takes 1 hour, and it also have a little bit less than 1 million. So it's kind of, this area is a hub city or hub area of this local area.
I think
So
1 million is just about perfect. It's not like huge, it's not
yes,
crazy big, but it's big enough
right.
to have lots of resources and options and things to do.
Yes, that's why I wrote the easy access to the both country and urban area.
Awesome. And Ana Carolina, you said 168,664? Very specific. Did you Wikipedia that?
Yes, of course. I told you I would have to Google,
Mm-hmm.
and I found this number from the census.
So it's a pretty decent size as well. Smaller than where Ken lives, but not so small. The place that I used to live in Brazil had, I think, 60,000. So it was less than half the size of the place you live now. And to be honest, I found it, although I really loved Brazil, it was a little bit small for me in a lot of ways. It was a cute place though, very cute. Can't complain. All right, so now we're going to describe the geography of our country. And I actually did Arizona, which of course is not my country, but it's sort of hard. I just went with Arizona because that's the state I live in. And if you guys want to do that too, like Ana Carolina, I know that Brazil is really large, so if you want to describe the region you live in or Rio de Janeiro specifically, you can do that. Or you can give us more information about the whole country as well. It's your choice. So what I said about Arizona is that Arizona is mostly desert. There are a few rivers and man-made lakes, but not many. Sometimes I wish I lived on the coast, but then I remember I hate the humidity. So there are some benefits to living in the desert. I kind of like the dryness. Of course, not much in the winter, because the winter dryness turns kind of harsh and everything, you need to put lotion on all the time, but it's not that bad. And this time we'll just do it orally since we did the last one written. Ken, can you give us a little more information about your country?
A country, not my area.
Well, you could say regionally as well. So not, of course, we already did your actual city, so you can give us more information about your actual city, but also on the whole about Japan, or maybe in your region of the country. Tell us more about the geography.
Yes, the geography is kind of, here is the most closest area to the continent side. So historically, a lot of ancient tombs around here. So maybe historically it is important area, because how can I say, the old Japanese, there are two types of Japanese, and modern Japanese are a mix of these two types. And new group of people came from continent side, probably at first in this area. Maybe they established some kind of kingdom here, and they brought agriculture and iron, the cutting edge technology at that time from continent.
That's cool.
So maybe that's the reason why a lot of Asian tomb around here.
You know a lot about the history of your region.
Yeah, because I like history so much, but I don't know so much about it.
Very cool. All right. Ana Catalina, will you give us a little more information about your region or Brazil on the whole?
Okay, Brazil occupies half of the South America. It has 5 regions and 5 climatic regions. Equatorial in the north of Brazil, tropical, the vast majority, the southeast, between, I don't know, the Middle East maybe, semi-arid in the northeast, and subtropical. In the south is temperate. Um, we we have a very we have a huge difference um, between the ecosystem in each region. You know, because in the Amazon, in the north of Brazil, we have the rainforest. In the center west, we have a gallery forest and also large areas that have been cleared for farming and livestock. In the northeast, it's arid and there is a vegetation called caatinga in Portuguese. I don't know how to translate. I have no idea. In the southeast, we have some mountains, and it has most of Brazil's industrial production. São Paulo has a lot of industries there. There is a region called ABC of São Paulo, which has a industrial polo. In the south of Brazil, sometimes it snows, and we have the Atlantic forest, like pine trees. It's called the Araucaria moist forest. I don't know how to translate. And it's a very beautiful and diverse country with a mixed population. We have forests, mountains, waterfalls, beautiful beaches, a lot of beaches, and we don't have any natural disaster. Our biggest disaster is our government because they are corrupted. What else can I say? We have some problems, you know, like deforestation in the Amazon, some over exploitation of natural resources. We are going through an economic crisis now. But in my opinion, it's an awesome country.
Cool. Good to hear about Japan and Brazil. And the last thing we're going to do today is talk or write 5 sentences and then talk about 5 sentences of your dream city. So if you could just totally make up your own land, and you know, it would be like the Kingdom of Ken and the Queendom of Ana Carolina, and you could just create whatever you wanted, and it could be whatever you wanted, what would it be like? So you guys are going to write 5 sentences describing your dream city. You can talk about population or organization of the city. Where would your castle be? Would it be in the countryside or downtown? Would there be rivers? Is it near the ocean? Tell me about the weather. Anything you can fit into 5 sentences.
Oh my gosh, I wrote a lot. I wasn't aware. I thought it was smaller than.
Go ahead
And
and
I actually I didn't finish it, but I think I'd better finish. My dream city would be a really green place. I think to make it possible, human beings would have to live underground. In this way, the nature would be preserved. We would have artificial beaches and some farms underground, and everything would be recycled. To get outside the town to see the nature, people would have to get a permission, and also they would not be allowed to harm the environment. Discrimination and racism would be forbidden. People would be taught to love and respect one another. Everyone would go to rehab in case of doing something wrong. The system to fix people would be something like training, not punishing. I didn't finish it, but I think I'd better finish. That's all.
All right. Well, it's definitely a good start. You wrote plenty. And I have just a few corrections for you. I've put a couple of them in the chat box. For the first two, I added something. The second one, I took something away. Or the third one, I took something away. Let's see. We would have artificial beaches and some farms underground, and everything would be recycled. To get outside the town to see nature. Nature doesn't need an article in either of those cases. People would have to get permission, again, no article, and also they would not be allowed to harm the environment. Discrimination and racism would be forbidden. People would be taught to love and respect one another. Everyone would go to rehab in case of doing something wrong. The system to fix people would be something like training, not punishing. Ooh, I like all of those improvements on the current society. Very nice. Thank you, Anna Catalina.
Okay, teacher. I think I would make it possible. You typed that. Maybe I could write here. I think in order to make it possible.
You said, I think in order?
Yes, in order to make it possible, comma, human beings would have to live in the ground.
Oh, I see. I see what you're trying to say. Yes, I think in order to make it possible.
Yes, to make a really green place, because we destroy everything around, and the only way would be living on the ground.
Very interesting idea. I like it. Perfect. Thanks, Anna Catalina. Ken, do you have yours ready?
Yes, I posted it.
Oh, I see. The My Dream City. Okay, go ahead and read it for us.
Okay. My dream city would be an eco-friendly city which is proper population to keep comfortable life. It ought to locate in a beautiful coastal area. All energy would come from eco-friendly, self-sufficient technology.
Excellent. And I really like your ought to be. That's a unique modal verb we don't see a lot. You used it flawlessly. Well done. And just a couple corrections. You corrected the first one. You put an article in front of eco-friendly city. And the proper population to keep maybe a comfortable life. The proper population to keep the proper population to keep life comfortable, honestly, would be the best way to say it. It ought to be located in a beautiful coastal area. All energy would come from eco-friendly, self-sufficient technology. Wow! I love it. And you both had a strong theme of like eco-friendly, nature-happy places.
Yeah, That my dream is. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Any other comments or questions before we wrap class up? Thank you guys for coming and talking with me, keeping me company this lonely hour. And I hope to see you guys again soon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.